that. Just meeting everyone. No one walks by you without saying hello in this organization. You can really tell why the success has come so quickly and rapidly is because it's a people organization. So it's been about people the first couple of days, which is a blessing. It's awesome.
You've gotten to meet the players, I assume. Tell us how those interactions go. And you're brand new to a group, and they're new too. How do you start to form those relationships right off the bat?
Yeah, I've been lucky. Fortunately, I've coached a few of these guys out here throughout my career coaching, and then coached against a few of them in the USHL and the North American League. So kind of had some built-in luck to meet those guys. But what you see is like these guys are the exact same players that you've had in the last couple of years, same age, right? So they all talk about the same things, they all wear the same things. So just about sitting down. And hockey, obviously, as you guys know, it's a phenomenal sport where people just see you as you, and they're always willing to talk and definitely share their story. So it's been great.
Who was the first player that you knew that you said hi to this week?
Probably Ryan Bottrell. So he's at Brown, and I texted him about an hour before he got here. I said, "When are you coming to Seattle?" And he said, "I'm coming there now." And he had no idea I was here. So he walked in the facilities. What are you doing here? So that was cool. And then Zach Wisdom, who I coached against in the USHL. He's got a mutual friends with some kids that were coming into Union. So it's been fun getting to know those guys. And obviously they have relationships built already with guys. So it's been a built-in thing.
What do you appreciate from your stop here at Union that gets you ready here and prepared here for a week like this?
Probably just honestly, to your point, the interactions with players, right? Being able to be with different styles of players, skill levels, to get to understand what they are as people and how to motivate them, but also just to get them to understand that you care about them is probably the biggest thing that you could probably bring to a camp like this.
And obviously, it's not just players you're interacting with a lot of coaches, all kinds of experience levels. How valuable of an experience is that for you?
If I could put one. If you were to tell me that the week would be ending right now, like I'd be completely full. I got, Dave Haxall gave me 30 minutes of his time individually. Leachy gave me 30 minutes of video with defense. Laurie gave me 45 minutes of PK video. Farley gave me 30 minutes of his insight. So unbelievable. And let's say from a person standpoint, they just care about you, and they're coming to you telling you, "Hey, I'm willing to help," which you can see why the organization is where they are right now.
And how do you balance, obviously, trying to ask those questions not only about some systems intricacies, but also just putting the emphasis on that communication of getting that message across from the coaching staff to the players?
And I was definitely one earlier in my career that I definitely talked a lot, and I've learned to listen way more. So asking the one question and just being able to sit back and just take it in, their delivery, their thought process, sitting in on their video meeting, just kind of working on their structure and seeing their process of how their coaches are able to give the detail, explain the detail, but also they're learning as well. So to see that process kind of unfold is something that I'm definitely going to take back.
Have you seen or do you expect to see a lot of differences between the NCAA style of game and the game you're going to learn here, or at a certain point is hockey just hockey?
When you're in the NCAA room, you always want to think that the next level is just completely this magical box of new toys. And when you get in there, like obviously there are some nuances that are coming to the NHL first, but the way that things are processed to break down for your team is really very similar. But there definitely are some things based off of the NHL game that are definitely not yet in the college game. And obviously the college game, you have different styles of players, maybe not as much skill and maybe not as much high-end ability to be able to think the game. So there's more forecheck, there's more speed, and sometimes that plays a role. But a lot of the structure and system things are definitely very similar.
When I was talking to Lindsay after we talked, one of the things she said why this is working is that the coaches themselves want to bring more coaches into this program. It sounds like you're seeing that. Are there other things the coaches at AHL and NHL level have done to maybe bring you in, or also that they're teaching you or exposing you to?
I just think it's the aspect that they want you in the room, and you're in the room, and they're not like, "Hey, get out of my seat." They're like, "Take my seat." And I think that's the one thing that is needed more in the game. But I also want it does happen. So I do want everyone to understand that and see that at the next level, they don't see who you are at all. Like, you're just a hockey coach, right? So that's been the best thing. Haxall literally said, "Hey, come close to me," right, and get my video, which I thought was one of the coolest experiences I've had so far.
This camp is all about, for the players, exposing them to their new, hopefully, home city. How are you enjoying Seattle? What has impressed you? Maybe what is sticking with you right now?
Well, the weather's unbelievable right now. This is great. You know what? Just I think really talk about the facility and the thing, how everything's planned out, is that this is a very structured, detailed, oriented facility to where everything flows really nicely. Even I went down to Pikes Market. Did I say it right? Down there, and there's a sense of pride amongst the community, and you can tell, like even going to the Mariners game yesterday, the sense of like belief behind the city, and when the guys threw out the first pitch, they started the "Let's Go Kraken" chant, which I thought was really cool. So in a quick short 2 years, you can see the embracement of the organization happen, and again, it's all based about people.
Coaches often say that they have an appetite to learn. So for you, what defines success by the end of this camp here for you?
I think for success is just taking as much in as I can, and trying to document it so that I can go back and do more research on it, right? You're definitely drinking out of a fire hose with the terms and ologies, and to say I'm going to have everything remembered is a lie. But if I can just get a few tidbits and be able to kind of dive in on those, it's the same thing when you're coaching a player, right? If you give them 20 tips, they're going to pick up 3, right? So just you want those 3 to be impactful and something that they use for the rest of their lives.
Did your coach at Union send you with marching orders? Are you going to be coming back with playbooks and systems and things that you can use at Union?
He may have said we might be the Union Kraken with this stuff, but no, part of the development, obviously for us in the off season, is being able to develop ourselves with system structure and in our personally. So we're already doing that in 3 days. Picked up some things for us to help on system standpoint, and honestly, being only 31, right? So to say I have this set in stone process is a lie. But right now, there's already a few things that I want to implement into my coaching style in theory that it's going to happen pretty quick.
How full is your journal already?
Let's put it this way. I thought I had a journal that I was going to dedicate about 5 pages to. Now it's the Kraken journal. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.